Lately, I've been helping a lot of clients focus on affirmations. A lot of people are struggling with their beliefs about themselves, their confidence, their self-worth, whatever it is. And these things, these paradigms, these beliefs that we have get in the way of doing the things that we need to do. Now, how do negative beliefs form? What can we do about them? I'm going to talk about affirmations today. And then second or thirdly, what specifically can we practice with affirmations, some tips to make them valuable? So first of all, beliefs form through repetition. If we're told something enough times, we start to believe it. If you put something on Facebook 7 times, it's shown with research that if you put something that's complete nonsense on Facebook 7 times, people believe it. Through repetition, we believe things. Period. This is how Hitler came to power. So although that's extremely negative, we can make this positive for ourselves. And that's what we're doing with affirmations, is making something positive. So we've got these beliefs that get in their way, we lack confidence, and then we go down a rut, and go down a stream that doesn't help us very much. We get messages from media all the time that are not necessarily positive. How does media portray money? How does media portray business? How does media portray whatever? Okay, pursuing your goals to the utmost. Sometimes it portrays it in a negative way. If we hear that enough times, we start to believe it. So, secondly, what do we do about that? Affirmations. What is an affirmation? An affirmation is simply, and this is how it's done properly, it is simply a mantra that you repeat to yourself, something you repeat to yourself that changes your belief about something. So instead of believing money is negative, you could start believing it's positive. Instead of believing that you don't have what it takes, you lack confidence in some area, you can say, I've got this. I've got this many, many, many times. And over a period of time, you will believe it. So that's what an affirmation is. And the way you determine what your affirmation will be most helpful is you simply look at the things that you believe that are getting in your way. Look at your results, and whatever results you're getting that you don't want, it usually comes to a belief. Figure out what that belief is, often with the help of somebody else. So often people need that. Once you've identified the belief, create an affirmation that's basically the opposite, that helps you. Now, it's got to feel right. The emotion behind an affirmation is extremely important. So work on an affirmation, develop an affirmation that you like the sound of. Usually keep it on the shorter side, and then work with it. Lastly, how do you practice affirmations to make them useful? Number 1, if you hear something every day 100 times, and then you repeat something once a day that's opposite of it, what's going to have the strongest power? The most influence in your life? It's going to be the thing that you repeat 100 times. So if you tell yourself, I'm klutz, I'm a klutz, I'm a klutz, or I'm awful, or I'm stupid, or I don't have this, or I'm scared, or whatever it is, then you're going to struggle with that thing. If you watch the same movie all the time or show all the time and it portrays life in a certain way, then you're going to be struggling to change that belief. You need to repeat something in such a way that it's going to overpower those other beliefs, those other things that you tell yourself all the time. So when you practice an affirmation, number 1, do it consistently. Do it in the morning, do it in the evening, do it at times in the day. You don't have to do it 1,000 times, but if you do it well, the way I'm teaching you today, then it will have a greater impact and greater influence over your belief systems. So do it consistently. Repeat it over and over and over again. The second thing, and this is extremely important, I had to figure this out on my own, as I've been teaching this to my clients, they're starting to get fantastic results as I work on this more and more. And that is, repeat your affirmation like a mantra. So when you close your eyes in the morning and you just think about this, be with the affirmation, just repeat this a couple of times. It's going to seem weird at first, but as you do it, you'll get better. I'm going to give you an example. I wrote down a couple here on my computer below this. Okay, so one is, I will push through fatigue and hurdles because my goals are worth every effort and pursuit I make. This is an affirmation that I used a while back. I will push through fatigue and hurdles because my goals are worth every effort and pursuit I make. I was struggling with going, what is the most important thing for my time? And procrastinating at times. And so this was helpful. I will push through hurdles. I will push through fatigue because my goals are important. So this is what I would do. And this is how I would practice this. This is how it can be fantastic, okay? I break that affirmation down into a few sections. So instead of saying, I will push through fatigue and hurdles because my goals are worth every effort and pursuit I make, I would break it down and go, I will push through fatigue and hurdles. I will push through fatigue and hurdles. And you'll hear me put emphasis on different words. I will push through fatigue and hurdles. And what I will do is I'm going quite fast right now. I will push through fatigue and hurdles. And I'll just repeat it over and over and over in my head. Now, you repeat one part of it or the entire thing until you feel it in a different way, until it sinks down. Until you've done this, you won't understand what I'm talking about. As soon as you feel this, you'll be like, that was amazing. What will happen is as you're thinking through this, I will push through fatigue and hurdles. As you start to repeat it over and over in your mind, it starts to sink down and you start to feel it emotionally on a completely different level. And you will start to discover, wait a second, this is impacting me. It's getting through that conscious mind that I have that pushes information away, that doesn't allow it in. It's sinking into me. And when it's sinking into me, I start to feel differently. When I start to feel differently, it changes my beliefs faster over time. So if I can do this every morning for, again, 2 to 5 minutes, you can change a belief. And then I will go to the next session. So I will push through fatigue and hurdles, and then I say, because my goals are worth every effort and pursuit I make, because my goals are worthwhile, because my goals are valuable, my goals are worth every effort and pursuit I make. And again, you're just breaking it down, repeating in different sections, and then usually I'll repeat the entire thing at the end. When you do this, it could be fantastic for you. Now, I gave you kind of a longer one. I'll give you a shorter one. I will be effective today. I will be effective today. And again, I would emphasize every word at different times. I will be effective today. What does that mean to me? I will be effective today. I will be effective today. I will be effective today. Put emphasis on different words. Play with it. Repeat it until it sinks down, until it sinks in, until you're really feeling it. I'll give you a really quick affirmation that a lot of my clients have been using lately, and that is, I've got this. I've got this. Just repeating that over and over, that for confidence is fantastic. As you say, I've got this, not something specific, I've got this. It can be applied to many situations in your life, and you'll start visualizing different situations in life. As you practice, as you get better at this, it will become a little bit easier. Having said that, this is a secret formula. If you use this on a consistent basis, you will start changing your beliefs. And as you start changing your beliefs, you're going to feel far better. You're going to be taking more action. This is something that is so simple. It's based on basic psychology and in the way our brains work. And yet it's fantastic. It's so easy to do, and yet we don't do it. Why? Often we've been told certain things about affirmations or have certain emotional attachments to them or beliefs about them. So I'm going to encourage you to practice affirmations. Use all 3 steps that I talked about today. I'm going to make sure that you identify your beliefs, what's getting in the way, that you create affirmations that are the opposite of that and that feel good. And then thirdly, repeat them in a mantra-like style until they really sink into you. You're not doing anything weird here. I mean, it's weird to people who don't do it. For people who are successful, that are doing it all the time, it's not weird. It's a key to success. It's like breathing. It's something you need to do consistently to make sure you're okay, so that you are working effectively and working towards success. You have worthy goals. Pursue those worthy goals in a manner that makes sense. Affirmations are part of that. Enjoy your day.